And I'm glad to be back at an auto show here in New York with Steve Cannon. Steve, you guys have been really beefing up this GL line. You had in Detroit the GLE Coupe,
right?
Which was, I thought, the best car of the show. And now you got kind of a plug-in hybrid version of this. Talk to me about the plug-in hybrids, because it's doing for consumers now what's been doing for high-performance race cars the last couple of years.
Sure. So the GLE is our largest volume product. It's our most important SUV. Comes in the widest variety of powertrains, from diesel to gasoline. Plug-in hybrid is a real focus for us. So over the next couple of years, we're going to be rolling out 11 of these. 8-cylinder power with essentially 4-cylinder consumption, 20 miles full electric, and meets the 2025 standard already in 2015.
So, I mean, that's the main point is, I like Mercedes twin turbocharged V8s, but you get the same kind of power from a V6 and an electric engine combined in the drivetrain. So you can be green, but you can also have the kind of power that someone who doesn't care about the environment normally has.
So most people think of hybrid in terms of consumption and economy, but electric power has full torque available immediately. So think of it as a turbocharger. So in that low rev range, you get the electric, and then it kicks in the gasoline, and you get a pretty seamless driving experience.
All right, talk to me about SUV sales. Obviously, these are great sellers for you, the ML class as well. We just finished up the month of March. How was it?
So we're coming off of biggest March in the history of the company, biggest first quarter.
In the history of the company?
In the history of Mercedes-Benz in the U.S., biggest first quarter, 29,900 plus units, so just about a little over 9% growth. We think sport utilities, this is going to be kind of the year of the sport utility in the United States, with low gas prices and a strong economy. This is the format that Americans like. So advantage goes to the manufacturer with the product, and we've got 5 product offerings in the SUV range in 2015.
29,900 units, 9% growth. That's breaking news, guys. You can flash the red banners there. Best March ever. How much of it was the SUVs, and how much of it is this sort of entry-level segment, which has been such a hot seller with the millennials for you guys?
So we're strong all across the lineup. It's not just the entry segment. So we're seeing strength from entry products, GLA, CLA, all the way up to, we're introducing the Maybach this year, and the GTS. So it's not just an entry phenomenon that's fueling our growth. So strong sales. This year, trucks will outsell cars. Probably about 54% will be the split, because there's just a natural bias for SUVs in the U.S. market. So again, the GLE Coupe, we've got the GLC coming later in this year. The fact that we've got a whole range of fully refreshed and brand new products in a year when SUVs are going to be so important, we think gives us a nice advantage, and means that the prospects for full 2015 are really strong.
I just know that a lot of kind of Silicon Valley millionaires in their 20s that buy the CLA because they want a 4-cylinder, better engine for the environment, but it's kind of still a hot, flashy car. What about the millionaires in their 30s that are buying GTSs and that are going to line up for the Maybach? I mean, how is the super luxury range doing for you guys?
So we're adding products. So the S-Class platform, which has done really strong, came off of one of the best S-Class years ever last year. The S-Class outsold all of its key competitors combined in 2014. So off to a great start already this year. We're adding the Maybach, which is kind of up in the 200,000 range to compete with the Bentleys and the Rolls-Royces of the world. Adding the GT and the GTS this year. So we're adding as many high-end products as we are and low-end products. And just to dispel kind of the myth that the only growth in the luxury space is coming from that $35,000 CLA GLA price point. Again, strong growth at the very top, which on balance, means this is just a really strong market.
Let me ask about your competitors. The last couple of days, we've seen 2 American car makers put out new products, or at least a concept in the case of Lincoln. Are you worried at all? Are you threatened at all that they're going to try and break into the top-tier luxury segment?
Look, they're rolling out.
You got to be very careful, very political about this answer.
They're rolling out great product. It's improving. It's a competitive space. Everybody wants to be in the luxury business. It's a desirable place. It's a desirable demographic. But we're a tough brand to beat. One of the most iconic global brands. We're strong, not just in the United States, all over the world. Our product offensive, we've got 30 products over the course of 6 years, one new product every 3 months for the next 5 years, which means that there's always going to be something fresh and new and interesting to talk to about at Mercedes-Benz. So while they're adding 1 and 2, we're launching 5 new products this year. So again,
you're being very kind about it.
We like the competition.
Steve Cannon being very polite and kind. Obviously the stars of Stuttgart. Mercedes-Benz not worried about luxury competitors.